And then let's see this one. Cool.
Need to check when it's live already.
It's not live yet.
Yeah.
Got it. So now we could go live. Are we live already, Luvi? Where we at?
Yes, we are now live.
Well, we're live. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello, Facebook. We're having a little session for the Passive House designers that want to become certified Passive House designers. So we call it the Passive House Designer Certification Consultation, where we want to show you a little bit how we structure our course and what's Passive House about. And is Passive House the right standard for your business? So that's a little bit the question that we want to answer here. Yeah, so I'm Daniel. I started Smart Class Academy, and I'm the geek, the one that is coming with all the craziness into to the course and always causes trouble. And
hi, I'm Julia. I'm the teacher of the Certified Passive House Designer course, and I will deliver the content. And yeah, together I think we make a great team.
Yes.
Daniel always jumps in with his crazy thoughts, and I will teach you all the basics and everything you need to know from the course.
Yeah, so the way it works, Julia is giving you the content, is doing the homework and exercises with this calm and good energy, and then Daniel comes in with the stories. And guys, be careful. If you're having this type of thermal bridge, then or if you're there, then you have to look out there, or if you're asking questions, so always in the Q&A stuff, that's where I'm really getting in. So when we're going into the practical, geeky, scientific stuff, that's when I jump in. Okay, cool. So who are we? Is that working? So
yeah, so Smart Class Academy, we're here to really, our motto is we want to make our world a better place. We empower people to make a difference. That's what we do. And we're on a mission to carbonize the building industry. That's what we get up for every morning. That's really our motivation. And for us, it's more than a job. This is what we do every day. And with every hour of our work, we do that. And how we do it is we want to inspire and lead with passion and love. And that's what we really bring forward to our students. This is our team that you see there, all working together on this mission.
Yes, well, maybe good to know is like we are all over the world. We are like in Perth, in Sydney, in the Philippines, sometimes in Germany.
Yeah.
And we're teaching from everywhere where we are in the moment.
Exactly.
Okay. So Passive House, what is Passive House? So at the end, Passive House is comfort with clear conscience. So Passive House is normal houses built better. That's what it at the end is. The additional investment cost in Australia is normally between $250 to $750 dollars per square meter. This equals normally to 5 to 20% additional in a residential building. It can be as little as 1% in commercial, but it's not only about passive house for us. We don't want you to build or design passive houses. We want you.
Why is that?
Why is that? Exactly. So that's our course,
exactly.
Passive house, but we don't want you to really just design and build passive houses. We don't want you just to tick off another box in your like achievement boxes. We want you to do more. We want to empower you to design healthy buildings that are sustainable and affordable. So this is what we really want to, like Passive House is just the ribbon, that's just the box that we're using to deliver it. We want you to be able to make educated guesses with your work and decide if the Passive House standard is the right thing for your particular project, because sometimes Passive House is not the right thing. Maybe Passive House is not good enough. Passive House is, like we said, is the first step, but there's so many more steps we have to take to actually stop climate change. But Passive House can be then not good enough. You want to go farther than Passive House, or maybe it's an overkill. It's in less than 5% of the cases. Could be if you know that the lifetime of the building is less than 5 years or 10 years, and then you have to say, going in all this work just for another 5 years of a lifetime of a building, maybe that's not the way to go. So what do we offer? We offer the designer course and the 3D course. Designer course is for architects, building designers, engineers, builders, educated builders that want to know what the designers know. And then we have the tradie course that is for carpenters, bricklayers, builders. We have sparkies, we have plumbers, we have everybody doing
owner builders sometimes.
Owner builders as well. So that's what we're having. So where are we with Passive House in Australia?
Yeah, so Passive House in Australia, what have we achieved here already? And I think that might make you think about it a different way. The first build, the first new build Passive House in Australia was in 2013. So it's almost 10 years ago now. And it was built in concrete blocks in actually in a bushfire zone in South Australia. Then the first retrofit was also in 2013, and that was a timber structure. So you can already see that there's different building types that are being built or being renovated. And the first apartment block completed in 2017 in New South Wales. That's a concrete construction as well. So you can see here already that different construction methods are possible. The first school or university building, better said, was in 2020. That's a steel construction in Victoria. So that's that building there that you see in the picture, the Monash University. And the first major developer is actually now on board, which is great. So in 2021, got on board here in Victoria. And I think that's a major milestone for Passive House in Australia. There are over 50 certified Passive Houses already, and the number is climbing. And the good news is that Australia has already realized certified Passive Houses for less than $2,500 per square meter to build. And I think that's big. You know, we have to keep that in mind. Passive House doesn't have to be expensive, because that's often the discussion. Doesn't have to be expensive. And so because it doesn't have to be expensive, can be ideal for social and affordable housing as well.
So how long do we have Passive House around? Get ahead, get passive. There is this movement in the moment, or like there's this information campaign of the Passive House Institute from Europe in the moment, where they let us know that we're already having 15 years of Passive House designer training and 10 years of certified Passive House tradesperson training in the world. And now here in Australia, we are already doing the designers and the tradies, I think, for 6-7 years. So we started pretty early. We just didn't accelerate as quickly as we did in Europe. So maybe we can step up here and as well do a little bit more.
We should. Definitely, yeah.
So let us move over to become a certified Passive House designer and how this course is actually working. If you want to know more about this designer course and how it is structured, on our website, when you go on smartplusacademy.com.au, you will see there's this pop-up coming up, like the one that I just said here. This pop-up is coming, and this pop-up is a PDF you can download. It shows you the slides that we are using, like some of them, obviously not all of them, and the structure and how everything is coming together. So that would be maybe a good starting point for you if you're interested. Then how is that all coming together? The Passive House Designer Consulting Package. We're having the PALAMA, the Passive House Language and Mathematics course that prepares you for the course. So we often think it's really important that we do a pre-course, because it's a fast-paced course where we go through a lot of content in a really short time. And that's the reason we're having this PALAMA course up front that is a little bit slower, and that introduces you into the concept of Passive House and knowing the Passive House language and mathematics. So
and you can do that in your own time as well.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
Review it again if you need to.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're doing the course now that is coming, please do the PALAMA up front so that you have done that already and that you have the pre-knowledge so that we can go in that speed. And then we're obviously having the certified course itself, the Passive House certified course that prepares you for the certification. This course alone is not certifying you. You need to do an exam at the end, but it's the course that prepares you for the certification. And then to make sure that you're able to prepare for the exam and get the exam properly done, we're doing the exam prep. So this is like mock-up exams, 2 of them. They are really similar to the exam that you will be facing, and then you have the exam. And these 4 things together are all in our Passive House Designer Consulting package. Cool. So what are we actually doing?
Yeah, so we have different course days. So in our course day, we have an intro day. That's an introduction to the basics of Passive House, what's behind it. We're learning about health, sustainability aspect, and the economics or the affordability of Passive House. Then on our day one, we're calling D1, day one, that's our opaque building envelope. So we are focusing on that opaque building envelope, and we're learning to calculate the thermal performance of walls, roof, and floor. So really what's around our building, and learning how to avoid mold and moisture risk. So I think there were questions today already. So this will be a very interesting day to give you the fundamentals. Then on day two, we're moving into our next passive house component, that's the windows. So we're discovering the importance of windows in the building envelope. And we see that that's actually the weakest part, and how we have to really make sure that our windows work in our building envelope. And we're also calculating the performance. So you see there's a lot of calculating in there so that we actually see what's happening in our building. Day three is our ventilation day. So we're focusing on the role of ventilation. That's probably something not people have heard less of. So we have a whole day on that. We learn how to design, size, and commission our HRV systems. We're explaining the difference between HRV and ERV systems. Then on day four, we're on our conditioning day. That teaches us now how to heat, cool our buildings, and also learn about the importance of having an efficient domestic hot water system in place in a passive house, and even discover why in hot climates we still design for the cold season, which might sound a bit crazy now, but you will learn all about that. Then we have a whole economics day. So we're explaining the fundamentals of making a passive house financially viable, and really see how PHPP can be also used to optimize our building for affordability. Then our retrofit day. So we're going into all the principles again that we've learned and applying it now in a retrofit sense. So we can apply all the same principles that we've learned, and we're applying it on a retrofit, and we're recognizing where passive house makes sense or where it might be an overkill. So we're learning all about that. And our last day that's also included is our software day. So we're doing an introduction into our design PH and PHPP. And Daniel will go through a whole project and open it up from the start to the beginning. So really follow through. And in the end, you know what it means to put your project into PHP and how much is actually behind there.
So on the software day, I just want to point that out. You don't need to do that one up front. You don't need to do the software day before the exam.
Yeah.
Please don't freak out, because we have a few students that always say, oh, I haven't done the software day yet and I have the exam coming. The software day is designed for you starting your first project and is not designed to prepare you for the exam. All these days, like the D1 to D6, we're always going into PHPP, and we cover the components that you need for the exam already in these 6 days, with where to enter it, what it means. And at the end, the software day brings it all together at the end. And it is a blueprint for you to do your first passive house project on your own. And if you do that properly, it's probably 4 to 5 days of work to actually enter your project into Design PH and PHPP on your own. If you just listen to me, it's a day. But if you do it yourself, expect that you need 4 to 5 times as long as I need, because you're doing it the first time. It's like tying your shoes. When you try to tie your shoes the first day, it wasn't easy either. No. Just look to your kids, how they're struggling. So the same would be with using the software.
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So what do we created for them, guys?
Yeah, we've created a lot of things, a lot of content, a lot of new things, and we're always trying to make it visual and easy to access. So you see, this is our formula sheet. So this is only an extract, a very small extract actually, because in reality, this has 27 pages. So this is 3 pages that you can see, and we're really making it easy. So this is something you can take into your exam and look at the formulas, and that will be a big help in your exam, and it explains everything even for later. You could go back to that formula sheet. There's a lot of tips and tricks that you can use later on. So this is something that you will get with our course.
Yeah, as well, like this formula sheet is really designed so that you understand it. Like we've seen so many things where our students are getting off track. And this formula sheet is designed so that you're not getting off track, that you're putting like exclamation marks or highlighting things that are normally done wrong, so that you're not doing the same mistakes as well. We have like this, you may have noticed these little triangles in there. This is just a little tool that helps you transform formulas, because not everybody is doing the transformation of formulas every day. So we're actually putting that together as well to make it really understandable. So this is like nearly an unfair advantage for you in the exam, because at the end you only need the 27 pages, because pretty much everything you need for the exam is in there, and it explains it in there instead of flipping through thousands of pages and trying to find it. Yeah, it's open book, the exam, so you can bring a wheelbarrow to your exam and have everything there, except your flatmate can't be in there, or your preferred passive house professional. They have to stay outdoors, but you can bring everything to it. But having more stuff doesn't necessarily help you. This formula sheet is actually at the end what you really need, plus your homework and exercises that we're having as well prepared for you, that make it really possible to, yeah, like nail the exam. Like we have 100% pass rate normally. Like we had a few people that needed more than one exam, but normally it's 100% pass rate.
Yeah, and in general, it's a higher achievement rate, so they achieve higher points than the global average, because we're really making these things accessible, and that's what we want. We want to support you every step of the way. We want you to feel supported and not being left alone. So we're definitely there for you to prepare you for that exam.
So, and this is this little project that we're starting on the first day with. So we're starting with this project and say, this is what we are designing. And then we're going through the entry of that information already during these 6 days, like the wall, the roof, the windows. And then at the end, we're going back to that one again and actually doing it in the software day in one go. So it's a fictional 2-story residence located in Frankfurt. Why are we using a location not in Australia? Because it's on the northern hemisphere and your exam will be in Germany. That's the reason we're sticking to these figures and that values that you need, because it makes your life easier at the end. So entry is on the north face, away from the sun. So just to making sure, because we're on the other hemisphere, and then the living room is towards the sun. So we're actually making sure that the wordings make sense anywhere on planet Earth, because otherwise we might run into trouble. And then we start modeling. On the modeling day, we actually do first a whole unit on design PH, where we actually use that tool, or I'm better said, I'm using the tool, and I model the whole building in just in a half an hour, and explain you in another half an hour how to actually use the software and where all the bits and pieces are. And then we export this information into PHP, and we fill in all the information into the PHP on that one day. Like I said, this one day would need, like if you do that properly with all the files we are providing for you so that you can actually do the modeling properly, would probably take you a week here. And then at the end, we get it ready for certification. So we could more or less submit it for certification if it would be a real project. So that's what we're doing. Obviously, we have a lot of hiccups on the way, because that's reality. And I'm showing you that hiccups so that you can actually figure them out when it happens in your own project. So I had to figure them out on my own. Now I'm letting you, like, not run into these traps. I do that with you so that you can solve it on yourself. Cool. So that was our PHP. And then at the end, you get your certification. Yeah, with us, we normally have a certification guarantee. That might be good to know. And we have normally a success rate of 98% in the first attempt. Globally, it's an average of 87%. We are normally 15% higher in the average above the global average. And we certified 287 passive house designers since I started to teach here in Australia. Yeah, and it's an amazing experience, guys. And you're meeting already your peer group, your passive house peer groups in this course. Good. Content available for the recordings.
Yep. So you can revisit the full content at the time of your convenience. And I think that's a massive advantage. So if you've seen something and think, oh, I need to go back to that, you have that recordings available for up to 3 months before and 3 months after the course. And yeah, that'll be a big help. For the details, visit smartplusacademy.com.au and download this little PDF, that little help PDF that Daniel mentioned before already, or you can go to the QR code there in the corner and scan that one. That will bring you there as well. And yeah, you can see that this content you see on the one picture where I think that's me, doing some calculation, that's also available as recording. So if you're needing a little bit more time on the exercises, no problem. You can review the recordings as many times as you want.
Yeah, and the next course available is, the enrollment is closing this Friday. So you should really, like Friday, what is that?
In 2 days.
in 2 days. So that means on the 6th of May, the enrollment is closing. So if you want to do that upcoming course in May, please enroll before Friday, otherwise it's gone. And then the next one is just starting in August, I think. So you would
Late
have to
August,
wait some while. And letting you know, you can be pretty sure that prices will go up at the end of this financial year. Okay, so I hope that was a good introduction for you and know what we're actually doing and what you're getting out of this course. And I hope you had some fun.
Yeah, and hope to see you soon in the course. So yeah, can't wait to see you all making our world a better place.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.